Hello, and welcome to Check It Out with Rich. Today's project is pretty much a redo. We've been going black in here on the fixtures. We did the poles. We installed these lights. We got new lights above the island, a black faucet. The only thing I think I have left to do in this room is the doorknob on the pantry, which is the easiest out of all of them, and I'm saving it to last. I don't know. But anyway, let me set my coffee down. Uh, we're going to change out this tile work around the fireplace and around the radio. And here's what we're going to, which I think will match with the black accent a little bit better. This is Becky's idea. It was not mine. It wasn't until she told me about this that I told her how I absolutely hate this blue. It's too blue. It pops out too much. But anyway, so let's get started here. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to take the fireplace out. So let's get to doing that. All right, first thing you want to do, there's two screws up on both sides. Now, when I had this out before, these screws were stripped out. And get in there. I put bigger screws in and also using a Phillips head. They were square drive. Okay, and that's it for that. So let's take this off. You just lift up and pull straight out. Okay, now we'll put this over on the couch where it won't get broken. And give me another project to do. Okay, next thing we want to do, there's 4 screws holding the fireplace in. Okay, and that's it for the fireplace. And it just pops out. Be careful, the bottom of this is sharp and you don't want to mess your floor up. And then you come in the back here and unplug it, and that's it. I'll get this out of the way. My assistant just came in. She's trying to be very quiet. All right, so next thing we want to do, we want to take this trim off. When I had it off before, they only use staples putting it on. I use finishing nails, so hopefully I can get it off in one piece. If not, we'll have to get some new stuff from Alliance. Okay, now to take this trim off, I got a little putty knife and a little miniature Wonder Bar. I love this thing. Okay, that's the first piece. I'll get the rest off. Okay, that's that. I did a pretty good job putting that on. I got a couple scuffs here. I don't know what that's from. I'll have to get a piece of corner molding or something on there. But it came off relatively easy. All right, now this should be the fun part, getting all this off. Okay, let's see how easy this stuff comes off. I'm thinking it's not going to be an issue, but you never know. She's on there pretty good. Okay, when I did the original install, this board here wasn't in, this board wasn't in, and I think that's it. And I kept saying I wished I had a flat surface to put the towel onto. And in the video I kept putting captions, it's right in front of you, it's right there, it's on the floor, blah blah blah, this and that. This is what I was referring to. It goes this way. No, the other way. All right, so I took this off. It was only on with double-sided tape. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it back on, but it'll give me a nice flat surface to for the towel to stick to, and I'm going to use Fuse It to put it back on. I'm not going to use the double-sided tape. So let me get the Fuse It. We'll get that smeared on and get this on. Okay, when I originally did this, I pretty much pieced together, instead of putting whole sheets, I put a lot of pieces in, and I'm going to try to do it more whole pieces this time instead of like I did last time. So what I'm going to do here, I'm just going to hold this up. I already checked for level and everything, and I'm just going to draw on the underside of it with a Sharpie to get my cutout pattern. Okay, first thing I'm going to do, get a board. I eventually want to get a piece of hardboard this size and then keep behind a couch, so when I'm doing something it'll always be available for me. So we're going to try a razor knife first. I may try a pair of shears also, because the razor knife is pretty, takes a few swats at it to get it. Although I think I'm right on a seam here. Yes, so that one was pretty easy. So now we'll come over and get this one. My straight edge wants to walk on me. And very important, when you're bringing the knife back, don't hit the countertop. You will get killed. Okay, as you can see, it's not super easy. There is a real thin aluminum plate in here that makes it a little bit more difficult. So we got that one. So let's get this in, and this will be our first piece of the puzzle. All right, before I peel the backing off, I'm going to dry fit it just to make sure everything's okay. And it looks good. So let's go ahead and get this on. And around your edges, your outside edge and even your inside edge, you don't have to be as critical because you have the trim around the outside, and then the fireplace is going to go in and cover the edging around the inside. Okay, make sure everything's pushed down real good. And we look good. So let's get the next piece in. Okay, I already have this cut for height. It was pretty easy. I just cut right along the same. And then, perfect. We take our Sharpie and do the same thing. All right, let's get this cut out. Okay, on that piece, I found out, instead of just keep going with the knife, if I stabbed into it along my line, it seemed to break apart a lot better. Okay, I am liking that. So let's get this on. Getting a little bit of Fuse It up here, but that's quite all right. I don't like the way that one's set. All right, looks like I'm cutting another piece. All right, I got that piece off. It wasn't easy getting off, but it's off. We're gonna dry fit this again. And we are good. So let's try not to make that same mistake again. The biggest problem with this, it's segmented, so you can't hold it straight. It wants to move around on you. So we'll see how we do this time. She might have to order another thing of tile. All right, we look a lot better that time. So for a little bit of fusing on my fingers. Okay. So let's get the top and bottom in and fight this side. Okay, I got the last piece cut. I tried to keep the pattern the same all the way across. This side ended up a little different. It's not bad, but only had a small piece to work with over here, so it was easier just to run the top and bottom across and then fill this in. I think it come out pretty good though. So let's see. Okay, what's it look like? Oh, it looks pretty good. All right, I'm gonna get the trim in, get the fireplace back in, and then I'm gonna tackle the radio. Okay, I managed to get the trim back in without busting it up or anything, so I don't have to bother Alliance again for something. And no, they've been pretty good. I need something, they'll send it out. Shipping kills you, but what are you gonna do? So anyway, I'm ready to put the fireplace back in. I cleaned it up a little bit. You got a lot of room back here. Ab, put an outside storage here just for small items like your sewage stuff. You know, I think it'd be pretty good. You know, it doesn't have to be real big. Maybe a, I don't know, 12 by 18 door coming in about 10 inches a foot. Just throw some small items in. Be a real good storage option. All right, let's get the fireplace in. I want to mention one thing. When you put your trim in, when I took it out, I took the top and bottom out first, then the sides. When you put it in, put the sides in first, then top of the bottom. Okay, fireplace, don't forget to plug it in. Okay, right side first. There you go. Square it up a little bit. And run the screws in. Hopefully we'll hit the same holes. Another word of caution, your switches here have little springs on them. Be careful when you're taking this in and out, you don't mess those little springs up. All right, now we'll get the glass on. And there's little, let's see if you can see. Yeah, there's little tabs here. Go inside these notches, top and bottom. So you'll just start from the up position and just drop it straight down. Careful with those hinges, and then put the screws in the side. Yeah, these screws are a lot better. The last ones were just stripped out. All right, I think it looks pretty good. So we're gonna take the stereo out and get that done and call it a day. It'd be Bear 30. Okay, this isn't the stock radio. The stock radio in here I didn't care for at all. I forget, you couldn't play the TV through it or something. I forget. But I installed this, but this comes out basically the same way, except the original has little covers on the sides here. So you just want a small Phillips to fit in there. And it's just 4 screws. I was too lazy to go out in the truck to get a small Phillips bit, but doing it by hand works. And remember, anytime you're working on anything like this, where you have screws, I took some brads out of the trim. Keep track of them. Don't let them fall on the floor. Your slide going in and out will catch it and chew the floor out, but that's the last thing you need. All right, this comes out very easily. We're going to disconnect the antenna. And it's a good idea. Take a picture of your wiring so you remember how everything goes back together. So I'll probably hook it up wrong and have to tear it out later because I didn't take a picture. All right, so let me get this off and we'll get back to you. Okay, so I got this all on. I didn't cut one whole piece. I pieced it together in 4 different pieces, both sides and then the top and the bottom. So let's get the radio in and see what it looks like. I think that's how the wires went. Okay. I might need the impact to get these in. That's going. I think all in all, it looks pretty good. I think this will look a little bit better with our black accents we have. All right, I'm going to finish putting these in, get cleaned up, and then we'll get a view from further back and see what it looks like. All right, I think it looks pretty nice. Blends in with the stove and our accents we're doing, but it's really not up to me because I put up with the blue for over a year and I never said a word until she said she wanted to change it. So let's get Becky up here and see what she thinks about this. You coming? She was fixing her hair. She didn't know she was going to be on video. Okay, so what do you think?
I like it.
Okay. And you did not know I did not like the blue until what, today?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, I think it blends nice. Okay. Another semi-easy mod. I hate working with stick adhesive tile. I tie flies. I would rather tie a size 22 fly than work with this stuff. A size 22 is like that, even smaller. So, all right. So
well, that's too bad because I think we should put this behind the stove now too.
I knew this was coming. Where else?
By the coffee bar.
Okay. Well, if I was you, I would order 1 box might do it, but get 2 within Amazon you can return. So, all right. Nice easy mod. I'm ready for a beer. My legs are killing me from squatting down and sitting down. So, all right. So once again, thanks for checking it out. We'll see y'all next time.
Bye.